In the misty mountains of ancient Japan, where towering cedars whispered secrets of the ages, there lived a Zen master named Shin. His weathered face bore the lines of countless smiles, and his eyes sparkled with the wisdom of 1,000 lifetimes. Seekers from far and wide journeyed to his humble abode, drawn by tales of his extraordinary ability to help others hear their inner voice. One crisp autumn morning, as golden leaves danced on the breeze, a young woman named Sakura arrived at Shin's door. Her spirit was weary, burdened by the weight of expectations and the clamor of the outside world. With a gentle smile, Shin welcomed her into his simple dwelling. "Master," Sakura began, her voice tinged with desperation, "I've lost my way. The noise of the world drowns out my own thoughts, and I can no longer hear my inner voice. Can you teach me how to listen again?" Shin's eyes twinkled with understanding. "Ah, young one," he said, his voice as soft as a mountain stream. "The secret to hearing your inner voice is not in learning to listen, but in unlearning how to ignore." Puzzled, Sakura furrowed her brow. "Unlearning, master? I don't understand." The old Zen master nodded sagely. "Let me share with you a story that was passed down to me by my own teacher, and to him by his teacher before him." Shin settled onto a worn cushion, inviting Sakura to do the same. As she sat, the scent of incense filled the air, and the soft chime of a distant bell echoed through the mountains. "Long ago," Shin began, "there was a young monk named Takeshi who struggled to hear his inner voice. He meditated for hours each day, yet the clarity he sought remained elusive. Frustrated and disheartened, Takeshi sought the guidance of the temple's revered master, Eiji. Master Eiji listened patiently to Takeshi's troubles, then said, 'Meet me at the foot of the mountain at dawn tomorrow. Bring nothing but yourself.' The next morning, as the first rays of sunlight painted the sky in hues of pink and gold, Takeshi found Master Eiji waiting for him. Without a word, the old master began to climb the mountain path, gesturing for Takeshi to follow. They climbed for hours, the path growing steeper and more treacherous with each step. Takeshi's legs burned, and his lungs ached for air. Just as he thought he could go no further, they reached a small plateau near the summit. There, nestled among the rocks, was a crystal-clear pool fed by a tiny waterfall. Master Eiji motioned for Takeshi to sit at the edge of the pool. "Look into the water," Eiji instructed. "Tell me what you see." Takeshi peered into the pool. "I see my reflection, master, and the rocks beneath the surface." Eiji nodded. "Now close your eyes and listen. What do you hear?" Takeshi closed his eyes, focusing intently. "I hear the waterfall, master, and the wind in the trees. I hear my own heartbeat and the blood rushing in my ears." "Good," said Eiji. "Now open your eyes once more and look into the pool, but this time, do not focus on what you see or hear. Simply be present, without judgment or expectation." Takeshi did as he was instructed. As he gazed into the pool, something extraordinary happened. The surface seemed to shimmer and shift, revealing glimpses of colorful fish darting among submerged plants he hadn't noticed before. The longer he looked, the more he saw. Tiny water insects, the intricate patterns of light and shadow on the rocks, the gentle swaying of aquatic plants in the current. Amazed, Takeshi turned to his master. "It's as if I'm seeing the pool for the first time. How is this possible?" Eiji smiled. "The pool has not changed, Takeshi. It is your perception that has shifted. When you stopped trying to see and hear, you allowed yourself to truly perceive." The master continued, "Your mind is like this pool. On the surface, there are reflections, your thoughts, worries, and the noise of the world. Beneath lies the realm of your inner voice. It has always been there, but you must learn to look beyond the surface distractions to perceive it." "But how, master?" Takeshi asked eagerly. "Practice stillness," Eiji replied. "Not the rigid stillness of trying to empty your mind, but the fluid stillness of allowing thoughts to pass without clinging to them. Like the fish in the pool, your inner voice moves freely when undisturbed by the turbulence of your striving." Takeshi spent many days by that mountain pool, practicing the art of perception that Master Eiji had taught him. Gradually, he learned to quiet the incessant chatter of his mind and sink into the depths of his being. There, in that still, clear space, he began to hear the whispers of his inner voice. not as words but as a deep knowing that guided his actions and decisions. Shin paused, his gaze distant as if looking back through time. Sakura sat in rapt attention, feeling as though she too had climbed that mountain and gazed into the mystical pool. "You see, Sakura," Shin continued, "the secret to hearing your inner voice lies not in silencing the world around you, but in changing how you relate to it. It is about cultivating a state of receptive awareness where you are fully present yet not attached to any particular thought or sensation." Sakura nodded slowly, a glimmer of understanding dawning in her eyes. "But Master, how can I practice this in my daily life? I'm not a monk living on a mountaintop." Shin chuckled softly. "The mountain is everywhere, young one. The pool is within you. You need not retreat from the world to find stillness. Instead, bring stillness into your world." He leaned forward, his voice gentle but intense. "Start with your breath. Throughout your day, take moments to simply observe your breathing without trying to change it. Feel the air entering and leaving your body. This is your anchor to the present moment. As you go about your tasks, practice being fully present. When you eat, truly taste your food. When you walk, feel each step connecting with the earth. When you listen to others, give them your full attention without planning your response. When thoughts arise, and they will, acknowledge them without judgment. See them as leaves floating on a stream, passing by without needing to grasp or push them away. In time, you will notice spaces opening up between your thoughts. In these spaces, your inner voice can be heard. It may come as a subtle feeling, a sudden insight, or a deep sense of knowing. Trust these messages even if they don't always make logical sense. Remember, Sakura, your inner voice speaks the language of your true self. It may not always tell you what you want to hear, but it will always guide you towards what you need. Sakura sat in silence, letting the master's words sink in. She felt a sense of lightness, as if a great burden had been lifted from her shoulders. "Thank you, Master Shin," she said finally, her voice filled with gratitude. "I feel as though I've been given a great gift." Shin smiled warmly. "The gift was always within you, Sakura. I have merely helped you remember how to unwrap it. Now go and practice. Let the noise of the world become the backdrop to the symphony of your inner voice." As Sakura rose to leave, feeling renewed and inspired, Shin added one final piece of wisdom. "Remember, the journey to hearing your inner voice is not a destination, but a lifelong practice. Be patient with yourself. Some days the voice will be clear as a mountain stream. Other days it may seem muffled and distant. This is the nature of the path. The key is to keep showing up, keep practicing, and keep trusting in the wisdom that resides within you." Sakura bowed deeply, her heart full of newfound hope and determination. As she stepped out into the world, the mountain breeze seemed to whisper ancient secrets, and every leaf and stone seemed to pulse with the rhythm of her own inner truth. And so, dear viewers, as we come to the end of this journey into the Zen secrets of following your inner voice, we invite you to carry these teachings into your own life. May you find the stillness within the storm, the clarity beneath the surface, and the wisdom that has always resided in your heart. If you found value in these ancient teachings and wish to continue your journey of self-discovery, we humbly ask that you subscribe to our channel. By doing so, you'll join a community of seekers and receive regular doses of Zen wisdom to guide you on your path. Remember, the greatest teacher lives within you. We are merely here to help you tune in to its frequency. Until next time, may your inner voice guide you true.